Hey everyone! Today I'm going to show you how to install Windows 11 on your Mac using VMware Fusion Pro. And yes, it's completely free with a personal license. This is perfect if you need to run Windows-only applications without buying a separate PC. Now, I know what you might be thinking, virtual machines, that sounds complicated, but trust me, I'm going to walk you through every single step of this process, and by the end of this video, you'll have Windows 11 running smoothly on your Mac, ready to use whenever you need it. So if this sounds useful to you, go ahead and hit that like button, and let's dive in. The very first thing we need to do is create a Broadcom account and get our free VMware Fusion Pro license. In your browser, search for VMware Download and click on the first link to the official website. Click on Download Now and you will be redirected to the Broadcom website. If you already have a Broadcom account, you can log in directly. Otherwise, click on Register in the top right corner. Once you're on the registration page, you'll see a form asking for your email address. Go ahead and enter your email. Make sure it's an email you have access to because you'll need to verify it in just a moment. Complete the CAPTCHA. Yeah, I know, we all love proving we're not robots, right? Then click Next. Enter your 6-digit verification code and click Verify and Continue. Now, you'll need to complete the rest of your registration. Enter your first and last name, select your country from the drop-down menu. You'll see a field for job title. You can actually skip this one if you want, it's optional. The important fields are your name, country, and password. Speaking of password, create a strong password here. This is going to be your Broadcom account, and you'll need it every time you want to download VMware products or updates, so make it something secure but memorable. All right, once you've filled everything out, check the box to accept the terms and conditions, then click Create Account. You should see a message saying Registered Successfully. You might get a pop-up asking if you want to complete additional profile information. You can click I'll do it later for now. We just want to get to downloading VMware. And that's it. You now have your free Broadcom account. Let's move on to downloading VMware Fusion Pro. Now that we have our account set up, it's time to download VMware Fusion Pro itself. You'll need to log in with the account you just created, enter your email and password, then click Sign In. Once you're logged in, you'll see the VMware Fusion download page. Now, this page can look a little overwhelming at first because Broadcom offers several different versions of VMware Fusion for different use cases. Click on My Downloads and Free Software Downloads Available. Scroll down and search for VMware Fusion, then click on it. Click on the latest version, which is 25H2. Always grab the latest version for the best compatibility and features. Before you can download, you need to agree to the terms and conditions to activate your free license. Click on the link to the terms and conditions to open, then close the new window and return to accept the terms. If this is your first time downloading a VMware product, you will be asked to fill out an additional form. Now and only now will the Download button become active. Go ahead and click Download. The VMware Fusion installer will start downloading to your Downloads folder. It's about 600 to 700 megabytes, so depending on your internet speed, this might take a few minutes. All right, the download should be done or almost done. Let's move on to installing VMware Fusion. Installation is super straightforward. You can close everything now. We're done with the browser for this part. Open your Downloads folder and find the VMware Fusion file you just downloaded. Double-click it to mount the disk image. You'll see a Finder window pop up with the VMware Fusion installer inside. Now, double-click the VMware Fusion icon to launch the installer. Mac OS might show you a verification dialog. This is normal. It's just verifying the application is safe to run. Click Open to proceed. Next, you'll be prompted to enter your administrator password. This is the password you use to log in to your Mac. Enter it and click OK. The installer will initialize. You'll see a progress bar for just a few seconds. During this time, VMware Fusion is being copied to your Applications folder and setting up the necessary system components. And that's it. VMware Fusion is now installed on your Mac. you should see the VMware Fusion window open automatically. If it doesn't, you can always find it in your Applications folder or use Spotlight Search by pressing Command plus Space and typing VMware Fusion. Now comes the fun part, actually setting up Windows 11. Here's one of the coolest features of VMware Fusion. It can download Windows 11 directly from Microsoft for you. You don't need to go hunting for an ISO file or worry about downloading it from sketchy websites. VMware handles everything. Click on Get Windows from Microsoft and then click Continue. On the next screen, you'll see options for how to handle the Windows installation. Now you'll be asked to select your Windows edition and language. For the edition, I recommend selecting Windows 11 Professional. For language, choose whatever language you prefer. For most viewers, this will be English, United States, but select whatever works for you. Click Download Windows. Now, VMware will connect to Microsoft's servers and download the Windows 11 ISO file. This file is about 5 to 6 gigabytes, so depending on your internet connection, this could take anywhere from a few minutes to half an hour or more. Okay, the download is complete. If you want to locate the downloaded ISO file, open Finder and navigate to your username, then click on Virtual Machines. Open the VMware Images folder. The downloaded ISO file is located there. You can find it there for future installations. Click Continue. First up is the Choose Firmware Type screen. You might see two options, BIOS and UEFI. Make sure UEFI is selected and click Continue. Next is Encryption. VMware can encrypt your virtual machine, which means that all the data inside your Windows virtual machine will be encrypted on your Mac's hard drive. You'll see a few options here. The default is only the files needed to support a TPM will be encrypted. This is a good middle ground. It provides the encryption that Windows 11 needs for security features while not impacting performance too much. With this option selected, click Auto-Generate Password. VMware will create a strong encryption password for you. You can copy and save the password somewhere. Once that's done, click Continue. Now we need to create the virtual hard drive where Windows will be installed. On the Choose a Virtual Disk screen, you want to select Create a New Virtual Disk. Now, before we click Continue, I want to show you a really useful trick. Click Customize Settings. This is important. When you click Customize Settings, you'll be prompted to save your virtual machine. This is where you choose where the VM will be stored on your Mac. By default, VMware wants to save it in your User folder under Virtual Machines. That's fine, but here's a pro tip that can save you a ton of space on your main drive. You can save your virtual machine to an external drive. If you have an external SSD or hard drive connected to your Mac, you can browse to that location and save your VM there. This is especially useful if you have a MacBook with limited internal storage. Choose your location, whether that's on your main drive or an external drive, give your VM a name if you want to change it from the default, and click Save. Great! Now you'll see two windows, the VM window with a big play button and the Settings window. Let's optimize a few settings before we start installing Windows. This is really important for getting good performance. First, click on Processors and Memory. You'll see two sliders here. The first is for processor cores. This determines how many of your Mac's CPU cores are dedicated to the virtual machine when it's running. The default is usually 2 cores. Now here's where you need to think about balance. If you have an 8-core Mac, giving 2 cores to the VM leaves 6 for Mac OS, which is pretty reasonable. If you have a 4-core Mac, you might want to stick with 1 or 2 cores. The key is not to over-allocate. I'm going to keep it at 4 for best performance. Next is memory, or RAM. VMware automatically recommends an amount based on your Mac's total RAM. The general rule is don't allocate more than 40 to 50% of your total RAM to the VM. I've got 32 gigabytes on this Mac, and I will go with 8 gigabytes for the VM. That's a good balance, enough for Windows to run smoothly, but still leaving plenty for Mac OS. Click on Show All and Display. Make sure Accelerate 3D Graphics is checked. Click on Network Adapter. Make sure this is set to Share with My Mac or Auto Detect. This means your VM will share your Mac's internet connection, which is what we want. If you're on Wi-Fi, the VM will use Wi-Fi. If you're on Ethernet, it'll use that. Easy. Click on Hard Drive and increase the storage capacity as needed. All right, close the settings window. We're ready to install Windows. This is it, the moment we've been waiting for. Let's install Windows 11. In the VMware Fusion window, you'll see a big play button. Click it to start your virtual machine. You'll see the VMware logo appear, and then you'll get a prompt that says, press any key to boot from CD or DVD. Go ahead and press any key on your keyboard. Spacebar works fine. And here we go. You should see the Windows logo with a spinning circle. This is the Windows 11 installer loading up. For most people in the US, this will be English United States for all three. Adjust these to match your preferences, then click Next. Select Install Windows 11 and check the I agree. Now, unless you have a Windows 11 product key that you've purchased, just click I don't have a product key at the bottom. Next, you'll need to select which edition of Windows 11 you want to install. You'll see options like Windows 11 Home, Windows 11 Pro, and maybe some others. I recommend selecting Windows 11 Pro. Select Windows 11 Pro and click Next. Now you'll see the license terms. You need to check the box that says I accept the Microsoft software license terms and then click Next. I know nobody actually reads these, but you legally have to agree to them to proceed. Now you'll see the disk partitioning screen. You should see one entry that says something like Drive 0 unallocated space with a size you chose earlier. This is our virtual hard drive. It's blank and ready for Windows. Select it and click Next. Now click the big Install Now button. And we're off. Windows will now begin installing. You'll see progress bars for several stages: copying Windows files, getting files ready for installation, installing features, installing updates, and finishing up. This process typically takes 10 to 20 minutes depending on your Mac's speed. On a newer Mac with an M1 or M5 chip, it's usually pretty quick. On older Intel Macs, it might take a bit longer. I'm going to speed through this part of the video, so you're not just watching progress bars, but in real life, this is a good time to grab a coffee or check your phone. The VM will automatically restart when it needs to. You might see the Press Any Key to Boot message again. You can ignore that now. Just let it boot on its own. You will be asked to select your region and keyboard layout, do so, and continue the installation. Give your machine a name. Now it's time to bypass the Microsoft Online account. On this screen, Windows gives you two choices. The first option is Set up for personal use, which is the default and the one Microsoft really wants you to choose. This option will almost always push you directly towards signing in with a Microsoft account. The second option is Set up for work or school. Even if this computer is not actually for a company or a school, this option unlocks additional setup paths that Microsoft normally hides. So, here's what you need to do. Select Set up for work or school, then click Next. Windows will now assume that this device might be part of a professional or managed environment. Because of that, it will change the next screens and offer more advanced sign-in choices. On the next screen, instead of immediately asking for a Microsoft account, look carefully and click on Sign In Options. This link is easy to miss, but it's the key step. Once you click Sign In Options, Windows will show you additional choices. Among them, you'll see an option called Domain Join Instead. Click Domain Join Instead. Despite the name, this does not mean you actually need a domain, a server, or an IT department. What this option really does is allow you to bypass the Microsoft account requirement and create a local account on the device. After clicking it, Windows will guide you through creating a local username and password, just like in older versions of Windows. From there, you can complete the setup normally and finish installing Windows without ever signing in to a Microsoft account. And now, more updates. Windows will download and install any additional updates it needs. I'm speeding this up in the video, but this can take 5 to 10 minutes in real life. And there it is, the Windows 11 desktop. Look at that beautiful modern interface running right on your Mac. You'll notice the new centered taskbar, the updated Start menu, and the whole Windows 11 aesthetic. Pretty cool, right? But we're not quite done yet. Right now, Windows is running, but it's not optimized for virtual machine use. The screen resolution might be weird, the mouse might feel a bit laggy, and there are some integration features that aren't working yet. That's where VMware Tools comes in. Go up to the VMware Fusion menu bar, click on Virtual Machine, and then click on Install VMware Tools. A dialog will pop up asking if you want to install VMware Tools. Click Install. Click on that notification or open File Explorer and look for the DVD drive labeled VMware Tools in the sidebar. Double-click on the DVD drive and follow the default instructions to install it. On the Setup Type screen, choose Typical. This installs all the essential components you need. There's also a custom option if you want to pick and choose specific features, but Typical is perfect for most users. Click Next, then click Install. Now, VMware will install all the drivers and utilities. You'll see a progress bar as it installs the display drivers, mouse drivers, network drivers, and other components. Click Finish, and then click Yes when it asks if you want to restart now. Try going full screen. Press Ctrl and Command plus F on your Mac, or click the green button in the top left corner of the VM window. Look at that! Windows 11 in beautiful full-screen glory, running right on your Mac. And we're done. You now have a fully functional Windows 11 virtual machine running on your Mac. As you can see, your machine is working perfectly. I would say that VMware allows Windows 11 to run better than VirtualBox. Everything is smooth and fast. And there you have it. A complete step-by-step guide to installing Windows 11 on your Mac using VMware Fusion Pro, completely free with a personal license. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps other people find this video and know that it's legitimate and useful. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. Also, if you want to see more Mac tutorials, tips, and tricks, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.